A simple quarter, just 25 cents. Most people throw them into a jar, spend them on vending machines, or forget them in their car. But what if I told you that one ordinary US quarter could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Right now, across the United States, rare quarter coins are hiding in circulation. Some of them look completely normal, but collectors are paying life-changing money for the right dates, mint marks, and minting errors. One famous example is the 2000p Sacagawea mule error, a shocking mistake where a Washington quarter design was paired with a Sacagawea dollar. Only a few exist, and one sold for around $150,000 at auction. Another incredible coin is the 1965 silver quarter error. That year, the US Mint switched from silver to copper nickel coins, but a few were accidentally struck on leftover silver blanks. These rare mistakes have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. Then there's the legendary 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf quarter, where a mysterious extra leaf appears on the corn design. Some collectors have paid hundreds to thousands of dollars for this tiny error. But here's the shocking part. Many of these coins still show up in pocket change today. They could be hiding in your wallet, a coin jar, or even the loose change in your car. In this video, we're counting down the most valuable and most wanted US quarter dollar coins you should save in 2026. Some of these coins are worth $1,000, $10,000, even over $100,000. So before you spend your next quarter, watch this video first, because the coin in your pocket might be worth more than your entire paycheck. Imagine reaching into your pocket and pulling out a simple silver quarter that looks worn old and completely ordinary. Most people would never give it a second glance. They might spend it on a snack or toss it into a jar with the rest of their loose change. But what if that old coin was actually worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to collectors today? That is exactly the kind of hidden treasure we are talking about with the 1917 United States quarter dollar coin. The year 1917 sits right in the middle of one of the most beautiful coin designs ever created in American history. That design is the legendary Standing Liberty Quarter. When this design first appeared in 1916, it shocked the country with its bold, artistic look. Lady Liberty was shown standing proudly at a gate, holding a shield and an olive branch. It was powerful symbolic imagery, showing America ready for peace, but prepared for defense. In 1917, the design continued, and millions of these quarters were produced. But today, certain versions from that year have become extremely valuable collector coins. At first glance, the 1917 quarter looks like any old silver coin. It is made from 90% silver and 10% copper, and it has a bright, elegant appearance when preserved well. But hidden within that year are several varieties that collectors search for with intense excitement. Some of these coins are worth far more than their silver value, and in rare high-grade condition, they can sell for thousands of dollars. One reason collectors love the 1917 quarter is because it exists in two different design types. Early in the year, the original design continued, which collectors now call Type 1. On this version, Lady Liberty stands with an exposed chest, which caused controversy at the time. Many people felt the design was too bold for circulating money. Later in 1917, the design was modified, and chainmail armor was added to Liberty's chest. This became the Type 2 design, and it continued for the rest of the series. Because of this design change, the 1917 quarter is actually a fascinating piece of American coin history. It represents the moment when art, politics, and public opinion collided at the United States Mint. Collectors today love owning both versions because together they tell the story of how the design evolved. Another factor that makes the 1917 quarter special is the different mint locations that produced it. In that era, the United States Mint struck coins in several cities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint placed a small letter on the coin called a mint mark, which tells collectors where it was made. The United States Mint produced the 1917 quarter in three main mint varieties. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while Denver coins carry a small D, and San Francisco coins show an S. Some of these mint combinations are much rarer than others, and collectors are always searching for well-preserved examples. The 1917 D-Type 1 quarter is one of the coins that can surprise collectors with its value. Many were heavily circulated, which finding one in excellent condition is extremely difficult today. A beautiful high-grade example can sell for thousands of dollars at auction. The same is true for the San Francisco minted versions, which are also difficult to locate in pristine condition. But condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. A worn coin that circulated for decades may only be worth its silver content, while the exact same coin in near-perfect condition could be worth a small fortune. That is why collectors examine details like Liberty's hair, the shield lines, and the eagle feathers on the reverse. The sharper the details, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another reason these coins are exciting is because they connect directly to American history. The year 1917 was a turning point for the United States. That was the year America entered the First World War, which changed the course of global history. Holding a 1917 quarter means holding a small piece of metal that existed during one of the most dramatic moments in the 20th century. Collectors love that sense of connection. When someone owns a 1917 standing Liberty quarter, they are not just holding money, they are holding a story. That coin may have passed through the hands of soldiers, workers, farmers, or families during wartime America. Each coin carries its own silent journey through history. In recent years, the popularity of rare coins has exploded online. Videos about valuable coins receive millions of views, and people everywhere are searching their coin jars, hoping to discover a hidden treasure. Many collectors believe that older silver coins like the 1917 quarter are becoming even more desirable because fewer high-quality examples remain every year. Auction records have proven just how valuable these coins can become. A beautifully preserved 1917 standing Liberty quarter, graded in extremely high condition, has sold for several $1,000s, and the very finest examples can reach even higher prices depending on demand. Collectors compete fiercely for coins that show strong details, brilliant surfaces, and minimal wear. Another interesting feature of the standing Liberty design is the reverse side of the coin. Instead of the traditional eagle design used on earlier quarters, this coin displays a powerful flying eagle surrounded by stars. The design looks energetic and modern, even by today's standards, which is one reason collectors still admire it more than a century later. Because of its age, silver content, and historical importance, the 1917 quarter has become a key coin that many collectors want to own. It represents beauty, artistry, and the dramatic era when the United States was stepping onto the world stage. Every time one of these coins appears in a high-quality auction listing, it attracts strong attention from collectors around the world. The surprising truth is that some people still discover old silver coins in inherited collections, forgotten piggy banks, or boxes of family belongings. Occasionally, a 1917 quarter appears where someone never realized its potential value. That moment of discovery is what makes coin collecting so exciting. A small piece of metal that once bought a loaf of bread could now be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So before you ignore an old silver quarter, take a closer look. Check the date carefully and look for the details that identify the standing Liberty design. You might be holding a coin that collectors have been searching for. The 1917 quarter dollar is more than just pocket change from the past. It is a rare historical treasure that continues to fascinate collectors more than 100 years after it was first struck, searching for. The 1917 quarter dollar is more than just pocket change from the past. It is a rare historical treasure that continues to fascinate collectors more than 100 years after it was first struck. Imagine finding an old silver quarter in a drawer, a coin so ordinary looking that most people would never think twice about it. Maybe it's scratched, maybe it's dark from age, maybe it's been sitting untouched for decades. But what if that simple coin turned out to be one of the most desirable vintage quarters collectors search for today? That is exactly the story behind the 1924 United States quarter dollar. The coin from 1924 belongs to one of the most famous and artistic coin designs ever produced in the United States. It is part of the legendary Standing Liberty Quarter series. This design first appeared in 1916 and instantly became one of the most admired coins in American history. On the front of the coin, Lady Liberty stands proudly holding a shield for protection and an olive branch representing peace. Behind her is a gate symbolizing the nation's readiness to defend its freedom. By the time 1924 arrived, the Standing Liberty design had already been circulating for several years, but collectors today consider certain dates in the series to be much harder to find in high-quality condition. The 1924 quarter is one of those coins that surprises many people because it is not extremely rare in lower grades, but it becomes incredibly valuable when preserved in beautiful condition. Like many coins from that era, the 1924 quarter was produced by the United States Mint using a composition of 90% silver and 10% copper. That means even a heavily worn example still contains real precious metal, which already gives it more value than modern quarters. But collectors are not interested only in the silver. They are fascinated by the condition, rarity, and history behind each coin. Most 1924 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means they do not carry a mint mark. Because these coins circulated widely during the 1920s, many of them experienced heavy wear. People use them daily for groceries, transportation, and everyday purchases. As a result, the majority of surviving examples today show smooth surfaces and faded details. This is where things get interesting for collectors. When a 1924 Standing Liberty quarter appears with sharp details, bright surfaces, and very little wear, it becomes extremely desirable. Coins graded in high mint state condition have sold for thousands of dollars because they are incredibly difficult to find. The design itself also contributes to the rarity and high grade. The Standing Liberty quarter has many delicate details such as Liberty's hair, the chain mail armor, the lines on the shield, and the feathers of the eagle on the reverse. These details wear down quickly during circulation, which means truly well-preserved examples are scarce. The reverse side of the coin displays a majestic flying eagle surrounded by stars. Even after more than 100 years, this design still looks powerful and elegant. Collectors often say, the Standing Liberty quarter is one of the most beautiful silver coins ever produced in the United States. Another fascinating element about the 1924 quarter is the historical period it represents. The early 1920s were part of a dramatic time in American history, often called the Roaring Twenties. The country was experiencing rapid economic growth, technological change, and cultural transformation. Coins like the 1924 quarter circulated during this energetic decade, passing through the hands of millions of Americans. Because of that, history collectors often imagine the journey each coin may have taken. A single 1924 quarter might have been used in a busy city store, placed in a soldier's pocket, or saved in a small wooden cash register more than a century ago. Every coin carries a silent story of the people who once used it. In the modern coin market, collectors constantly search auctions, estate sales, and old collections, hoping to find rare Standing Liberty quarters in excellent condition. When a stunning 1924 example appears with brilliant luster and sharp details, it often sparks strong bidding competition among collectors. Prices for these coins vary dramatically depending on condition. A heavily worn coin may be worth only its silver value, while a well-preserved example can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The finest known examples graded by professional services have sold for impressive amounts because of their rarity and eye appeal. Another reason collectors love the 1924 quarter is because it is part of a complete series challenge. Many collectors attempt to build a full set of Standing Liberty quarters from 1916 through 1930. Completing that set with high-quality coins is extremely difficult, and certain dates like 1924 become important pieces in that puzzle.